Hey guys, welcome back. So next now we're talking about is actually finding a balance, and this is one of the most. I think this is the toughest thing most student developers actually struggle with. It's finding a balance. Yeah, you've been through a lot. You've tried to learn how to code. You've gotten into it. You are learning. You because so the thing is, these are like two difficult things on their own. Learning to code is like a career of its own from beginning to the end, and succeeding in school is like another thing entirely. So you are out here with little to no experience yourself as a human being, and you're trying to balance these two things. To be honest, it gets really tricky. But one thing, looking back, is um, trying to say when it is time for this, it's time for this, and when it's time for this, it's time for this. So the trick was for me. I actually wanted to get into the first class, but I had an unfortunate incident in my second semester, first year, and I wouldn't like to say, but I got results that I did not deserve. I don't think I deserve those results, but yeah, it happened, and kind of took me from getting very close to first class to like being in second class lower, and I had to readjust my priorities. Like, oh my god, I am not where I want to be in any way. How am I going to get back to this and also continue to do what I loved, which was coding? So at that point, I made a very difficult situation, a very difficult decision that was going to suspend my coding activities to the minimal while I get back in good standing in my academics, because my mom was going to just kill me if I did not do well in school. At that point, I also made the hard decision that okay, fine, I do not want to be the guy that almost got first class if I start working too hard and abandon code, and then okay, finally finished a 4.2, 4.3, whatever. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to settle for a 2-1, and I'll also get back to coding. Now, this might have been a bad decision because, to be honest, you can get scholarships these days even if you don't get a first class result. If you are close to first class from 4.3, 4.4, I think, you can also get access to opportunities easily. It could be, discounts on scholarships and all those kind of issues. So, if you can still push it, you do not necessarily have to give up on and reduce your balance in school and say, oh, I'm not going to do academics at all because I'm not getting the first class in the first place. That was the decision I made. But if you are capable of that, you can also try to get the best result possible in your school while also learning how to code. So where's the balance? One thing I learned is everyone has a way of learning. Initially, that one is one part of it. Once you can find a way to understand that this is how you learn, then you can structure the time you're looking for coding and the time you're looking for academics together. This, of course, affects your social life at some point, but then it also requires you to get your priorities straight. It doesn't necessarily mean you have zero social life. It just means you're selective about it. So now this comes down to when you go to class, between this time to this time, you are, supposed to go to class. While you are in class, pay attention. You get like at least 50-60% of what the teacher is telling, or the lecturer is telling you while you're in class. And eventually, when you need to study, it kind of like makes it faster for you to study. So you are pretty much being efficient on time. If you are in class, there's a high chance that you cannot learn or focus on coding while you're in class because no, there's noise and all those other things, and the lecturer is literally in your front. So why not just say, okay, I'm in class now, I'm going to be in class, pay attention in class, try and get as much as possible from what you can understand in class, so that when you go back to that topic, you have like a easier ground to cover, and then you don't have to spend much time after school, to study that stuff again. Then you can now spend that part of your time learning how to code and building interesting stuff, and then you go back and forth. You are studying your academics, you are learning how to code, and everything is just moving together. Like it doesn't have to exactly harm one another, but everything moves along, and then you find out that it doesn't have to be as difficult as it may seem. I think that makes any sense. But my point is, when you're in class, be in class. Learn as much as you can so that when you actually have that timetable to study, you study. And when you have that time that you have allocated to coding, you focus on coding without thinking, I have not read this thing, because you've spent all your time paying attention and reading it. And when it comes to exam period, please just suspend coding. It's like a couple of weeks of your life. Just put coding aside temporarily. Of course, you can always draft your ideas down. You can always draft your features or whatever it is that you're building in one corner. But during that period, give it your all to make sure that you get good grades, and you don't have to regret later on that, I wish I had worked harder on my academics and all have balanced it out. So, if there's still time, work hard on both your academics and your coding, and you can be better, and you can be really good at both of them. I have friends that finished first class in school and are awesome programmers. It's not an impossible task. It's difficult, but it's not impossible. And if anyone can do it, you can do it as well. I'll see you in the next video.